What's up everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are looking at prefixes. But what are prefixes? A prefix is a group of letters added to the beginning of a word to change its meaning. So now you have it. And there are many different prefixes we can use. But today we are going to look at 10 prefixes that changes the word into its opposite or the negative. So instead of saying my holiday was not pleasant, we can say unpleasant. Instead of saying to smoke in public is not legal, we can say it is illegal. So you can see prefixes are a great way to better express yourself, but also to broaden your range of vocabulary. So let's not waste any more time and let's go look at that first prefix. The prefix "un" is the most common negative prefix in the English language, and if you are in doubt, you're not sure, it's the best one to try. For example, regular, unregular, done, undone. So if you are not sure, this is the best bet. Then also, it is usually used for nouns, adjectives, or the adverbs formed from them, and it means not. Okay, so there you have the prefix "un". Let's go look at some examples. Uncertain, unpleasant, unbelievable, unable. Let's move on to the next prefix. The prefix "in" is also used for nouns, adjectives, or the adverbs formed from them, and it also means not. And let's go look at some examples. Insecure, independent, inconvenient, inaccurate. So there's the prefix "in". Let's move on to prefix number 3. Our third prefix is "im", and it is also used for nouns, adjectives, or the adverbs formed from them, but listen closely, here's a little bit of a difference. "In" is often changed to "im" before a word that starts with a B, a M, or a P. So that is very important to remember, and it also means not. So as always, let's go look at a couple of examples, and we have imbalance, immature, impatient, impossible. Let's move on to our next prefix, but before we do that, if you like this channel and this content, please like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. Let's move on to the next one. Our next prefix "ir" is also used for nouns, adjectives, or the adverbs formed from them, just like all the other ones before this one. But again, something important to remember. "In" often changes to "ir" before a word that starts with an R. So "in", "im" are pretty similar, just depending on what letter the word starts with, and also it means not. So let's go look at some examples. Irregular, irresponsible, irrelevant, irresistible. That's it for this prefix. Let's move on to the next one. Our next prefix is "ill", and like the ones before that, it is used for nouns, adjectives, or the adverbs formed from them. And also look at this one again, because it links with the "ir", the "im", the "in", and in this case, "in" often changes to "ill" before an L. So very important to remember that. And like all the others before, it also means not. Let's go look at some examples and listen to the pronunciation. It's very important. Illegal, illegible, illiterate, illogical. So many students see that double L and they say ill, illegal, illiterate, illogical, but it's illegal, illiterate, illogical. So remember that. Let's move on to prefix number 5 or 6. I lost count. In fact, this is actually prefix number 6, a D, and it is almost always used before a verb or a word formed from that verb, and it means to reverse the verb's action. So yeah, so here it's changed a little bit from all the prefixes we looked at before. And if we look at some examples: destabilize, dehydrate, deactivate, defrost. So there's our number 6, and I hope you guys been picking up that prefixes are a great way to use different ways to express yourself and to, of course, broaden your vocabulary. Let's move on to the next one. That will be number 7. So the next prefix we can use is this, and it can be used with verbs, nouns, adjectives, or adverbs, and it means not, opposite of, or apart. And if we look at some examples, we can say this agree, this approve, this connect, this engage. So wow, now we've covered 7 prefixes that we can already use to change the meaning of the word to the opposite or the negative. We've got 3 more to go. Our 8th prefix we can use is miss, and it is used with verbs, adjectives, and adverbs made from them, as well as nouns, and it means bad, wrong, or wrongly. And of course, if we go look at some examples again, we can say misconduct, misleading, misunderstood, and misperception. Hang in there, everyone. We only have 2 more to go. Let's go look at our second to last one. Our second to last prefix is non, and it is used with verbs, adjectives, and adverbs made from them, as well as nouns, and it usually means not, but also may mean lack of something. And let's go look at some examples: non-existence, non-residence, non-smoking, non-stop. Wow, so we've covered 9 prefixes already that we can use instead of the word not. Let's go look at our 10th and final one. And we've reached our final prefix instead of saying not, and that is anti, and it means against, in opposition to, or opposite of, and we can also use the variant ant. And let's finish up with some examples: antibiotic, anticlimax, antacid, antidepressant. So there we have it. 10 prefixes you can use to change the word to its opposite or its negative, and it helps you to express yourself better instead of saying not all the time, and of course it broadens your vocabulary. But before we wrap up today's lesson, let's go do a quick quiz and see how much we remembered. It is not legal to smoke in public. If we change that, remember, when the word starts with a L, we start with ill. So it is illegal to smoke in public. My holiday to Spain was not very pleasant. We can change to my holiday to Spain was very unpleasant. Your statement is not accurate. Your statement is inaccurate. It is not possible to climb that mountain. It is impossible to climb that mountain. I have to not agree with you. I have to disagree with you. Well, that finally wraps it up for today's lesson. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you all learned something today. And as always, thank you so much for watching, for liking, for subscribing. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye-bye.